100%. So yeah, we're going right into losers finals here.
Both players eager to go ahead and get started immediately. LingLing, Tri-State Invader versus Creepooba's tried and true Ridley.
I'm really excited to just see the offstage play in this matchup in general.
It feels like both characters are going to beat the heck out of each other.
Yeah, it's going to be, there's going to be some real mind games and some real interesting footwork going on offstage. Footwork? Is it footwork if you're in the air?
Okay. Okay. LingLing sending a message immediately. It's like, listen, you might have some fancy footwork, but God is on my side. Have you said your prayers today? I have, clearly.
What does your footwork do in the face of a grenade?
Exactly. Forcing LingLing off stage and then just punishing the Peach Bomber ever so slightly off. That move, deceptively low lag.
Yeah, the spacing was right there. Creepooba knew exactly where it was going to end up, but it just wasn't quite fast enough. The shield came up just in time. But LingLing still at 141 and is off stage here, which is a rough spot to be in, even for Peach. I mean, nobody wants to be off stage against Ridley.
Agreed, but good reversal right there at the back air. Good reversal right there at the back air.
Hey.
If one player can do it, certainly the other can.
Absolutely. Sometimes one good back air deserves another.
Exactly. Great slide off tech right there from LingLing. And Creepooba loves it when you get trapped on those platforms, specifically for that. Like up smash before Ridley covers all platforms. Or all options on platform, excuse me.
Yeah, look at that. Respecting the get-up option there, too. Creepooba not trying to overcommit to that, knowing that Peach has a lot of options getting back off of that ledge, but utilizing Ridley's range to strike back. These turnips now are a real problem because you really don't want to get up and shield. Oh, that actually needed to detect that, apparently.
That forced the most awkward tech angle I've ever seen. It put him under the lip of Stadium and forced him to tech not the wall, but the lip. Good God.
I have so many questions, but I'm going to save them for later. Dash tech. Going for the burst option again.
Oh my God. You can float up there all you want. I know you got to come down eventually. Get kicked.
That was actually a fly swatter.
It was perfect positioning for Creepooba. LingLing was trying to apply so much usually safe, pressure from above. Creepooba having none of it.
And if you're LingLing, I don't think you're ever floating at that height again.
Exactly. Down air? No. I think we're going to go ahead and put that back in the back pocket.
Yeah. Unless it's like the cover a tech option or something. I don't think we're seeing that one again.
Holding shield, getting the spot dodge from LingLing is Creepooba.
Excellent on the tech roll.
Oh, he actually gets the parry afterwards. So smart. Like, the side B on shield is so hard to punish. You kind of have to try to go ahead and get the punish from the after option. But up smash again, if you punish or if you attempt to tap Ridley's shield, you need to make sure that you are not vulnerable afterwards, because Creepooba's got the option to blow you up if so.
And specifically not in the air as well, because if you are, that up smash is like the #1 thing you got to be worried about. You know, if you're hitting Ridley's shield like that, if you're not in the air, you're generally safe. The horizontal distance on the ground is not huge. But if you're in the air, I don't think there's anywhere you can touch that shield in the air where you're not in up smash threat range.
Just about. You need to make sure that your aerial is safe on shield for that to happen. Is that a stitch to start off?
Yeah, it's a roasted stitch. Some roasted veggies going on here.
Like he tosses it away again, so he's had a bomb pull 2 to start game 1, and then a stitch pull 2 to start game 2. If I'm Creepooba, I'm a little bit tilted on that.
Yeah, you know, we saw the stitch come out in the match versus Dexter earlier as well. We're seeing all the special turnips. The stitch turnip, the exploding turnip, the...
Yo, what kind of turnips you grow that look like bob-bombs?
The best kind. They're delicious.
All right, so now stuck on the platform is Creepooba, and that's kind of an awkward spot to be in, but LingLing unable to get too much done right there. That's what he needs to do more of, is like fading back on his aerials, where he taps the shield and then immediately backs off instead of trying to apply more pressure. Double turn up, a wall that Creepooba can't get through.
Where do you go? You see that coming down, realistically, where do you go? You just accept it. Yeah. What a setup by LingLing. Just perfect timing to have that fallen down as a literal wall. LingLing is trying to find these combo openers. I mean, you see the down tilt coming out, the hover nair, but Creepooba somehow is out of the way of every single one just in time. With a body as big as Ridley is pretty impressive.
But look at him flailing on these hitboxes. LingLing's movement has been perfect this last stock. I think that Creepooba's missed like 10 attacks in a row. This is starting to look a bit bleak here because LingLing is just not presenting Creepooba with an opportunity to hit him with anything strong.
No, the cross-up down smashes we saw a moment ago were amazing as well. Just a lot of variation here. The forward air to catch the jump from ledge.
What a change up for game 2.
So much variation in the way that LingLing approached to make combo starters happen there, just within one stock with no break in between. I think LingLing hit like every point in the Peach and Daisy combo starter handbook right there in about 30 seconds.
Creepooba just trying to force his way in, but LingLing playing very passively right now, and wisely so. Peach with the turnip in her hand is a solid threat with a good defensive tool. Down air, can't get the forward air though. Please don't die to that.
Alive, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
please don't die to that. Just the sound of turnips. It's the most insulting way to die. You just hear that little thunk and then you're gone.
Yeah, oh, LingLing though is gonna die trying to challenge the Ridley uppie there from not quite the correct angle, but one more
Perfect
try.
option.
That challenge, that'll work. That'll do it.
So Creepooba perhaps shown that it is difficult to approach that edge from above if the Peach is prepared, and just what a change of momentum right there. It felt like there wasn't any kind of an explosive play that LingLing made to pull away in game 2. Instead, he changed up his neutral. He didn't get punished nearly as hard, and it felt like his spacing just like completely upgraded. How many times we see Creepooba whiff in game 2?
Yeah, there's something changed in a huge way in LingLing's movement that game that turned that entire match around. And now we're seeing the Smashville pick, though, something a little bit smaller. This is probably, a little more Creepooba favored, just not as much distance for LingLing to retreat to and use for spacing with the hovers, the aerials. But, when you're stuck on the ledge, that's still a threat regardless.
Yeah, you got to hit a button because otherwise Peach has the ability to just toss out that down air and pressure you for free.
Yeah, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. This is the situation Creepooba shines in, though. This ledge trap. I've seen folks come to that ledge and never return, but LingLing bypassing it with ease this time around and setting up with the turnips.
Stitch.
Unreal.
This man. Was that a stitch or was that a thought? I mean, I might have been mistaken. It was one of the special turnips for sure.
Ooh,
no special turnip needed, though, there. Shades of Armada, perhaps. LingLing looking like a sniper, though not of the Swedish variety.
Okay, the back air, though, not quite killing. So close out. Excellent spacing from LingLing to be out of the way of the Nair and already pressuring off stage again. But you cannot challenge that uppie coming in dead on like that. You do have iframes there as Creepooba, or as Ridley. Not iframes, but invincibility.
Finally, the up air does claim the stock. So not a ton of extra credit there. Creepooba doing a really good job on his counter pick. It feels like this stage has been playing into this matchup quite a bit. Creepooba just doesn't feel like he's had to deal with LingLing running away from him nearly as much. There's a lot more scrappy of a game here, too.
Yeah. Yeah, Smashville really does have that small town feel to it because there's nowhere to run.
Everybody knows what you did, and everybody's going to see. You have to live up to your mistakes on this stage.
Absolutely.
Can't get the up tilt back here. I've seen him hit that before so frequently.
Woo, just over the turnip. Creepooba trying to find some way in. So patient with the shield, not even letting up for the jabs.
Great spacing on that cross-up.
Oh, right through the turnip with the recovery. Creepooba turning the situation around, but the parasol right through the fireballs. We're just trading recoveries into projectiles here to get back to the stage. Ultimately, Creepooba does find that back air, though. LingLing able to leave the ledge for just a moment, only to die.
But forward air will set up another edge trap situation, but now we've got Mr. Saturn. This man needs to buy a lotto ticket after he's done with this match.
If this breaks a shield, I may lose it.
It actually doesn't break a shield, but it breaks that stock as Creepooba comboed by the item gameplay.
Oh, no.
LingLing making the most of his opportunities right here. Mr. Saturn dies for the cause, though, after that one.
You'll be remembered as a hero, Mr. Saturn.
Great tilt. My God, the spacing on that is perfect. Up air, how does LingLing actually get down? Creepooba pulled the trigger on that up smash a little bit too early and then misses the side B. This could be big. LingLing pushes him towards the edge. No, actually.
A lot of pressure still coming through on Creepooba's shield, but the patience rewards with a command grab there, throwing LingLing way off stage. One more time on the ledge, but over the dash attack. And there's so much just pressure on that shield. Once Peach starts beating on your shield, or Daisy in this case, starts beating on your shield, it can be terrifying. It's hard to find a way out.
Great footstool to get out of that awkward spot, but look at the hitboxes by LingLing. Creepooba again put into those positions where it just feels like he's swinging at thin air. LingLing's movement has been phenomenal. He goes aggressive, but that's really risky. That's going to end up on another reset.
Creepooba's had several high committal options here to try to finish the stock off from a risky situation, and it is slowly turning this match against him. In fact, it may just be the reason that match goes against him there. Back air from LingLing finally landing on the ledge.
Both players turned their backs to each other. They were both swinging for the back air, but the benefit of Peach's is that Ridley's is very horizontally spacious, but Peach kind of pulls herself up. LingLing was in a perfect spot where Creepooba couldn't throw that out. He couldn't throw it out and use it as a spacing tool. Peach was a little bit above him. So again, just these micro spacing moments, the determining factor in the winner of game 3.
And that was looking so good for Creepooba through most of that game there, but just maybe getting a little antsy there towards the end and just throwing out a couple too many committal, stock ending options.
But anytime you're missing a side B, a good player like LingLing is going to hard punish you, and we didn't really see LingLing whip too much in front of Creepooba's face that game.
Yeah. And now, game 2, though, let's see if Creepooba can repeat the performance and clean it up a little bit on the back end here. If LingLing has found the adaptations here. You're seeing already some changes in the movement. LingLing is actually hovering in Creepooba's space a little more often than we saw earlier.
Down tilt up air, not quite going to finish it off. Good DI from LingLing.
That dash attack coming through. That Peach dash attack is amazing.
For sure. Lingers so long.
Oh, good call. Reading the jump with the forward tilt there. Creepooba at least able to get back onto the stage here for a moment, but still needs to get out of LingLing's grasp, which is looking more and more difficult by the second here.
Landing is just a nightmare for Ridley. Good God. Tries for the aggressive coverage down low, but instead, dash attack will finish it off for Creepooba. First stock of the game, and at 93% not.
Oh, double fair. Oh, the side B though.
Side B, man, it's so good. It's just so good.
It really, really is. Boy, it must be nice to be able to just nair dodge past the ledge like that and not worry about it. The turn up, catching the neutral get up. This is the most frustrating part. You just want to get back onto the stage. The other players half the stage away, and every time you pick an option, boop.
Item gameplay, man. It is insane for the characters that have it. And look at that, LingLing using the turn-ups so perfectly. Creepooba put into a spot where he has to jump with an aerial, and that just allows LingLing to whip punish.
I love LingLing hovering off stage there, baiting the down tilt just out of range. Like that, very creative way to use that and wait out those iframes.
Now that's a trap if I've ever seen one. LingLing air dodges through the up air and then just gets covered by the back air instead.
Yeah, Creepooba throwing down some napalm, covering everything off stage, setting up for the 2-frame there to take the stock advantage. Both
these players are just so good at the edge, man.
Yeah.
And, both characters are good for it, but it just feels like play style too.
Oh, wait,
you
hold on.
You are there. LingLing senses the match slipping away for him, decides to go off stage and end that stock with an exclamation point.
Wow, and that
he's not done.
That's got to have Creepooba a little rattled here because there was so much advantage to work with there, and it all just slipped away in an instant. And now you're playing from behind once again and on the ledge, trying to get back and be able to do something here. Get up fair, though. Certainly it. Ridley with a turn-up. This could be it. This could be the game changer. Not quite.
I mean, it was the game changer. We saw Creepooba had a lead, and LingLing's basically done nearly 200%. With Creepooba barely scratching this man's last stock.
Yeah, Creepooba's going to need to really play incredibly patient here to find the right opening, but the roll dodge in is going to be punished the back air. LingLing going to take the set. Wow.
What a response by LingLing. It felt like just when it seemed like Creepooba had his hands on the matchup, just when it seemed like he understood what he needed to do to take that victory, to force a game 5,
yeah.
LingLing turned it up.
And that was 2 games in a row where Creepooba looked like, it felt like Creepooba had a sizable lead, but LingLing was able to just take it back. Well, the first game a piece at a time. The second game, everything at once, just one conversion. That was Rob levels of I've hit you with an item.
Oh yeah.
Your stock is gone.
Yep, that is the